from Revel, just leaving Revel. It's actually quite a cool morning. We have cloud cover, which is quite pleasant. This is something that we're seeing, which is lovely, which I know is very typically French. As you enter towns and villages, you get these avenues of plane trees. This one's particularly spectacular. It's going on for quite a while. As I say, we're just leaving Revel at the moment, staying in a very nice Airbnb. Gives us a chance to properly wash our clothes in the washing machine, spread out a bit, relax, not constrained to a hotel room. Bonjour. So slightly busy road, I guess, coming out Revel. It's what, 9:30, so people are still, I don't know, going to work and that sort of stuff. So today's probably one of our easiest days. Got about 47 miles, about 1,500 feet of climbing. Almost half of that's going to be on, I think so, it's a disused railway line, bike path. So no traffic at all. Although to be honest, so far, apart from being in towns, the traffic's been really light anyway. Welcome to France. That's what you get. So yeah, actually quite pleasant at the moment. It is comparatively cool. Maybe it's getting an odd thing like that going past us, but yeah, that's the way it goes. Yeah, also being under the trees as well, it's all yeah, keeping temperature pegged back, but it should be about 32, 33 today, I think, where it says it's going to get to, which is
well, 33 feels like 36.
Yeah. About 10 degrees cooler than it was a couple of days ago going into Perpignan, so I'm absolutely going to take that. It's amazing how you've got used to that in the UK. We wouldn't really consider cycling out in 30 odd degree heat because it just feels far too hot.
Well, it's the humidity, isn't it?
It is.
It's a bit drier.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've picked that up, but Joe's saying yes. It's about the humidity, it's a lot drier down here. So you don't feel as though you're sweating out of every pore. Not too much anyway. So that's our morning so far. Yeah, just set out from Revel. I think got a slight climb heading towards a town called Sual. We're going to pick up probably stuff for lunch, usual sort of stuff, baguette, etc. And onwards we go. Catch up later. So something Joe and I were just talking about was, now we're at the northern side of the Montagne Noire range of hills. You see just on the right here, the landscape has suddenly got a lot softer, a lot more green farmland. We've lost the vineyards. We're now getting things like cornfields, sunflower fields, fields of something. We lost all the cicadas, yeah, that's very true. So it's just all got a little bit more softer, a bit more agricultural. Still got these lovely avenues of plane trees which we keep going through on a very undulating road. We've just come out of Cereze, heading towards somewhere. But yeah, it's all suddenly really changed from what we've had over the past couple of days with all the sort of the narrow valleys and the shale rocky lined valleys and the heat. Lost the wind today as well, which is good in some ways. It kept the temperature pegged back a bit yesterday, but it is a cooler day today, and going through all of these avenues of plane trees is keeping us in the shade quite nicely as well. Yeah, so very nice, very different. The only unfortunate thing is we keep getting all these big lorries going past, but hopefully that'll be temporary. Trying to get this thing to not spin round is interesting. Right, time for a day 5 update. In it. So we're on the Chemin de Droit de l'Homme.
In your best French accent.
In best French accent. I could have done the allo version, which would have been even shockingly worse. Basically, it's a disused railway line of Aveyron. Goes on for about 20 miles, pretty much until we get to the outskirts of Albi. So, as you can expect, traffic free, it's in the shade, it's lovely. So apart from having to cross the odd road here and there, where you've got to slow down, it's you keep up some pretty good momentum going through. So it's currently what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Yeah, 1:45 in the afternoon. So we've probably got about another, I don't know,
Hour.
yeah, about another hour's riding to go. And then we'll be in Albi. And saying that, the path just come to an end, so it goes onto a bit of road for a while, and it goes back onto the path. So back on a bit of tarmac for a while. Don't know what temperature is. Temperature is warm.
So we've done 36 miles, we've got another 10 miles to go, and it's 31 degrees.
Nice. But we are in and out of the shade a lot, so it's just that much more temperate, much nicer. Pretty much landscape stayed the same. We've had fields and fields of sunflowers, the odd fields of wheat. Farmers starting to get the harvest in this part of the world. Whereas in the UK it'll be a few more weeks to start getting that in. But it's just very pleasant, nice cycling. Being an old railway line, yeah, a bit of undulations, but the gradient's not much. So you just keep on pedalling through. Right, oh, I need to swap hands because my back brake doesn't work. Right, there you go. Morning from about 10 miles north of Albi. It's day 6, I think it's Thursday. Is it Thursday today?
Sorry?
Is it Thursday today?
I believe so.
Right.
I don't really know. I think
Okay.
it is.
So yes, so we're about 10 miles north of Albi. Stayed in a fairly decent hotel in Albi. Had a good look around the city because we got there 3 o'clock
Yeah.
yesterday.
Collapsed in a heap at 3 o'clock yesterday.
Collapsed in the heat for a bit. Still, the city was very warm because of being city, built of brick, absorbs the heat. But had a look around the cathedral.
Which was stunning.
Yeah, just amazing. Well deserved. Oops.
Get off.
Well deserved of its UNESCO heritage status. So yeah, we left Albi. Immediately went in into
You're dangerous using that thing.
Sorry.
You're dangerous using that thing.
So left Albi, immediately went into a 12% climb for a mile, which is a bit tough on the old legs. Fully laden bike first in the morning, with, you know, full of water with in the water bottles, that sort of stuff. So yeah, that woke the legs up a bit. And today's a bit of a it's a trip of three river valleys. So We started next to the Tarn in Albi. We've got to the top of the kind of escarpment. We're now traversing over the top of the hill. I'm going to drop down gradually into the Aveyron valley. That's going to be about 25 miles in. And then we've got a steady climb out of that before we drop back down again to meet the Revel Lot at a place called Saint Cirq Lapopie, which is supposed to be very pretty, so we'll see what time we get there. So today's about 55 miles, about 3,100 feet of climbing, but we ticked off 400 feet straight away coming out of Albi, so that's one in the climbing bank. So yeah, very nice. It's about low 20s at the moment, so very pleasant. A little bit of a headwind, so hopefully it's not picking up too much on the mic. We're going through, let's just move the camera a bit. So we're back to having a few vineyards here and there, a few fields of some sort of cereal crop, and still got sunflower fields of sunflowers as well. So very pleasant. So still rolling terrain, but I think it's going to change as we go up and down these river valleys, as it will.
Did you say about our little sojourn to the chemist?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, Joe got a.
as per bloody normal.
Yeah, Joe and insects don't get on together. So
Got bitten about 3 days.
yeah, Joe got bitten about 3 days ago. The insect bite hasn't healed up; it's got worse. So popped into a chemist. Oh, car coming. Hold on. So popped into a chemist.
Got some cortisol cream, which did 3 parts of sweet FA, and then thought, better be getting something a little bit more heavyweight that's going to do the trick and get rid of this bloody thing. So we stopped at a pharmacy on the way out of Albi, and the chemist was absolutely lovely and helped as best she could. And like most pharmacists in France, does actually speak a fairly good level of English, so we did have an understanding, which is quite good. Anyway, she's given me this other stuff. This is another pungent unguent, as they say, to slap on it, so we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully that'll get rid of it for good. So fingers crossed.
So there we are. That's where we are for this morning. We'll see how the landscape changes later on today. Assume I don't die going down a hill holding a camera with cars coming towards me.
And only one brake.
And only one brake that works, which is currently my front brake, which I'm braking with. Right, laters. Whenever I turn the camera on, there's always a bloody car that comes up behind. Been for minutes and minutes. You don't see a bloody thing. Anyway, we're about 35 miles in. We're still getting towards the top of this final climb. And then we seem to sort of bimble along a plateau, a bit undulating, before the drop down into the Lot Valley. So far it's going alright. It's getting warm now. It's probably low to mid 30s. Occasionally catch a bit of a northerly breeze, which is a bit of annoying headwind when you do get it. But seen some nice buildings. There's an abbey just back down the road. Took some pictures of. And a chateau on the hill, which Joe took some pictures of. Yeah, gradually getting there. Not pushing ourselves too hard. I don't think we've mentioned, so the theory goes that by going south to north, swap hands. By going south to north, then the theory was that the weather would get cooler rather than getting hotter as we went south, and obviously 2 weeks into the ride it will be hotter still as we go further into summer. And generally the prevailing wind is either southerly or westerly. As it stands with the weather, there's high pressure building over Western Europe, so the whole of France is pretty much cloudless, a bit like the skies you can see behind. And the temperature is actually increasing, or as we go north, it's going north, it's pretty much staying the same. But it also means we're getting a northerly wind all the time. So bang goes that theory. But at least actually, because the heat's building, if we were going south it would be getting even hotter, which wouldn't be nice. So anyway, near enough at the top of the climb now. This little bit, we've got a slight drop, and the last little drag up to the top of this long draggy climb we've been on for several miles now. And so then we're bimbling along the top and then drop down into the Lot Valley. See you later, maybe.